I've got some really interesting news this week. For several times when I've been doing my World Outlook for you, I've said that the Queen, our head of state, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, Betty Windsor, has gone green. She's become sustainable. And just out of the idea, I actually sent an email to Buckingham Palace asking what she's doing, and I got a reply. So I've got an email here from the Queen. Would you believe it?
Fantastic.
But I don't think so. It has the sort of ring of a press release, but it's got the Buckingham Palace logo on the top, and it details the different impetus that she has brought in. Now, this is a lady who is not a young person. She's in her late 80s, isn't she? And here are some of the things that the Queen, our head of state, Australia's head of state, is doing for sustainability. It starts off with heading energy. Staff from across the royal household work closely to reduce the energy used to heat, light and cool all of their buildings. They've got a computerised building management system that controls the heating, the cooling and the hot water supply to all of the Queen's buildings. Buckingham Palace heating and hot water is produced by the combined heat and power plant and boilers with flat plate heat exchangers, increasing the efficiency and heat transfer. All of the lights have been changed to LEDs. Electricity is produced at Windsor Castle by a hydroelectric power scheme on the River Thames at Romney Weir. 2 turbines generate electricity by harnessing the power of the moving water, providing renewable energy and meeting 40% of Windsor Castle's electricity requirements. Buckingham Palace Gardens, it says, environmentally friendly initiatives aren't limited to inside Buckingham Palace. Some of the greenest places are the Queen's residence. They've put in 2 beehives in Buckingham Palace Gardens. Tree stumps are not removed now when trees have gone, but they're left to rot away naturally, providing the environment for insects. The use of pesticides is kept to a minimum in Buckingham Palace Gardens, and they've got a family of geese introduced to there to keep the insects down rather than using insecticides. They've got the 2 beehives in Balmoral and Sandringham. The Queen. This goes on for 8 pages, I might point. So I'm picking the eyes out of the thing.
But that's amazing. We're talking about a revolution here. This is the Queen speaking through the Sustainable Hour to Australia.
Yeah, this is the Queen of. This is our head of state. Australia's head of state is the Queen of England. Our head of state is taking all of these sustainable measures, and our government isn't.
Yeah, but she's a radical trio.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a radical 80-odd-year-old.
No, she's a very conservative 80-year-old, and yet she can see the light.
Yes, she has. Yeah. She's working to reduce waste and reuse and recycle on just about everything. That's what it basically says, if you go right the way through with bits and pieces. And they've also, over the royal estates in the UK, planted 5,000 trees and several miles of hedges each year. So 5,000 trees each year and miles of hedges.
Wow.
On the royal estate.
I've actually seen a documentary on the Queen's Gardens, and it really is just amazing. All of the wildlife and the insects and everything that's happening there in that garden.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Well, they're pointing out that the Buckingham Palace Gardens is used very frequently for garden parties throughout the summer, and as such they can't use pesticides, but what they're doing is they're burning weeds and using high temperature or introducing things like geese in order to not use insecticides to sort of control the place and keep it looking good. But I mean, it shows that there is an impetus on the conservative side. It's not just the radical youngsters who are looking to create a sustainable living. There you go. That's my world outlook for the day. Or just a royal thing, by royal appointment.
For green, clean, sustainable Geelong. The Sustainable Hour.